This is the angle when the sensor on the engine. There's a piece of small metal at the bottom. That's an oil drain hole. It's designed for oil to leak out when the oil seal is failed. It prevents oil flooding inside the sensor. You can see the hole from inside. That is also a purpose for you to notice the oil seal is failed when it leaks. Of course, it's also for water to leak out if your O-ring is failed. Now you know the O-ring is for blocking water to get inside. So that means a normal O-ring is good enough to block the water. Here is the perfect size O-ring 62x2. I have tried 2.5mm but it's too thick. I am pressing extremely hard but you still can see the gaps. Now let's screw it tight. No gaps at all. This is definitely tight enough for blocking the water to get in. It's perfect. It is unnecessary to use RTV but you can put thin layer if that makes you feel better. It's no leaks at all and I don't believe you would rinse your engine like that. Unfortunately, bearing shop couldn't find the 7.5mm oil seal from NOC. I bought the 6mm NOC oil seal. The part number is AC0409E NOC. This is the 5mm NOC oil seal. They are the same size as 12.5mm x 22.5mm. Unfortunately, the 6mm seal is too loose, and I realize they are different design and different material. End up the 5mm oil seal is the only choice. BH3888E NOC. You can buy this O-ring and oil seal from your local bearing shop easily. One washer missing causes big gap in play. Now put on the fibber washer. Smaller gap and less play. Unfortunately, this fibber washer still a little too thin. The key should sit completely flat but it is way better than before. Here are the two tracks for oil to get into the oil tunnels. If the key doesn't sit flat and have a lot play, it will cause higher volume of oil to get in. Oil seal will be failed sooner than normal. Engine oil gets in from these two tracks. Here are the two oil tunnels for oil to lubricate and cooling the rotor shaft. There are 3 washers in there. As you can see, there's gap behind the oil seal. When oil gets into the tunnels, 7.5mm oil seal meant to be sit flat at the bottom to block oil in here. Now if we replace it a thinner 5mm oil seal and does not sit flat at the bottom, it will create a gap at the front. Also the gap is bigger because the seal is thinner. Then the gap will fill up full of oil and create higher pressure to the oil seal. Oil seal will be failed faster than normal. The worst case is the fibber washer also missing and the gap is bigger in here. Then oil pressure is even more higher to cause oil seal to be fail sooner. In conclusion, you need to put in the fibber washer and make sure the thinner oil seal sit 100% flat at the bottom. And these are all the parts you need to repair. Prelude.